Yo, good morning, y'all. This your boy Garrett Spencer. How's everybody doing? Today's Saturday. Y'all know what the day is, so shout out video and get into what I'm going to talk about. So, first person I want to give a shout out to and a welcome to is Eastern Lord Gaming. Eastern Lord Gaming. Thanks for your support and welcome to my channel. Second person give a special shout out and thanks to again is Dr. Josh the Real Gamer. Third person give a shout out to is Calvin Bozo Jr. Another person give a shout out to his Lightsaber Samurai. Another person give a shout out to his Alpha Nerd Entertainment. Another person give a shout out to his Mr. Nasty Blasty. Another person give a shout out to his Kane Death Breaker. Another person give a shout out to his Dizzy the Gamer Jit. Another person give a shout out to his Rockstar Nick 2000. Another person give a shout out to his Godzilla Gaming 555. Another person give a shout out to his Filippo. Another person give a shout out to his Jefferson Gamer. Another person give a shout out to his Midnight Flare 8413. Next person shout out to his Cloud Gaming. Another person shout out to his Jazik Q. Another person give a shout out to his Tusk. Another person give a shout out to his Kane Deathbreaker. Another person give a shout out to his Mental X Gaming. Another person give a shout out to his Rotten Games. And let's see. Another person give a shout out to his Viewmaster 617. Another person give a shout out to his Fear of the Pack. Another person give a shout out to his Video Game Lovers 58. Another person give a shout out to his Raven Folk Bear. Another person give a shout out to his KB211. Another person give a shout out to his One Up Woman. Another person give a shout out to his T Belly. Another person give a shout out to his Solid Nate. Another person give a shout out to his Nathan's Gaming. And another person give a shout out to his Cab Berar Gaming. And another person give a shout out to his Lane Planet Games. And next person give a shout out to his Gamer to Start. Another person give a shout out to his brothers gamers. And as far as everybody, and another person give a shout out to his it's Robert Banks. You're Robert Banks. I see you be doing your thing in the weight room in the gym, man. So hope everything going good with you. And as far as everybody else goes, I want to say thank you guys and welcome, and I'm glad to have you guys. You guys are the greatest, and I appreciate you guys. So thank you. Oh, another person. Another person. Give a shout out to his Retro Gaming Star. Another person give a shout out to his Retro Star. Okay. So all right. So y'all know. Today's Saturday. Y'all know what it is. Sixth day of the week. Had a pretty good workout in the weight room upstairs. So feeling pretty good. 6 days a week is how I do it. And when I train, that's my main priority right there. It helps me get my day started and keeps me going and focused and motivated. So that's what I do. What I'm gonna get into today is my feeling about video games, like basically me feeling greedy about when it comes to video games. Now, like I said, and this all started back when I was a kid, being addicted to video games and whatnot, and greedy and whatnot. Me being impatient when waiting in stores, for my turn to play on the kiosk and whatnot, and I just love video games so much back then at that time, back when they were, more popular and famous and better compared to the ones these days. But but me being greedy about video games now, why I say that is because, every time I come on YouTube, and it seems like, when I see a PlayStation 2 game pops up that, I've never really seen or heard of before, that looks good, and that looks good with good movement graphics and good gameplay, and anything else you can think of. It's like I'm always out to get it. And it's like every time I say, It's like on a video I made that okay, I'm gonna chill on getting video games for buying games for a while, but I did also say that unless it's something else comes up, then I'm not I'm not gonna get nothing else for a while. But it's just like I'm always out to get it when I see something really good that looks good and that I really want. So it's just like, yeah, and hopefully it's not, and also hopefully that it's not really high priced, like some of those bigger and better games that I want on the PS2 that I'm not gonna get because they're just too damn high, and it's just like that's ridiculous though. I mean, I get that they might be really good and they're really popular games, but it's like like I said, I'm not gonna pay no $74 or $60 on a single game for a system that came out back in '01. Just like when I had an N64, and the game I was looking to get was Mario Kart 64, which was $40. I'm like, $40. Like, I know that's a popular game on N64, but it's like I ain't paying $40 for that. I was looking at the GameCube, and I'm like, okay, well, you're better. I'm better off just getting a GameCube versus getting a single paying $40 for a single game on a game console. Like that's just ridiculous, and that's just not me right there. So I just basically what I did was I bought the GameCube instead, and I had traded in my six N64 and all the games that I had, you know, for for me to buy games on the GameCube and whatnot. And I just think like right there that was just a better deal at that time, and this was like back in 2017. But yeah, like that's how I feel. That's just how I felt at that time. To me, that was just a better it was a wise choice for me and a better decision. So it's like, do I miss the N64? Not really, but like I said, that's just how I felt at the time, and that's just how I'm feeling right now about video games in general. Like just feeling greedy about them in that way because like I said, I don't know how many because only who knows how many more games are going to pop up and come up, and that I'm probably going to see and that I'm going to want because if I watch a video of them like a few times or so, that just goes to tell me that hey, you might as well just go ahead and get that game if it's not high priced. If it's a game that you really want, you might as well just go ahead on and get it and don't hold back. So like get it while it's at a cheap price before they try to raise it up and then charge you more for it. So and that happens though. Just like the Gun Game series Sam Encounters, I had it on GameCube, but somehow, some way, it got lost, and I don't know where it is. I don't know where it went because it got lost. I had that on GameCube. That was a good shooting game. That was a good gun game, and it was also on PS2. And it went from being $7 to like a high price. I'm like, oh, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with these people, man? Like raising a game from a really cheap price to a really high price. Like, ain't nobody paying that much for that, man. Like, but it's just like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, that's just how greedy I feel. And like I just ordered like two games recently, one on the Genesis and one on the PS2 that I can't wait. Actually, two games on the PlayStation 2 and one game on the Genesis yesterday. Like I can't wait. Games that I can't really wait to play and get. Excuse me, because they look good. And Dr. Josh actually had this game on the Sega Genesis that he made a video of. When he was around. And it's just like also when he was around. Like when I made a video somewhat similar to this, I still remember just like yesterday when he was around, and I think at the time I was still living in my apartment when he said this on my Saturday video, because that's when I'm pretty sure it was on a shout out day video, and he just said, yeah, no, don't he just commented on my video saying don't ever stop collecting games, And that's one of the comments I remember he said on my video is don't stop collecting games, because and it's also, I mean, it's also good to have a good variety of games, because sometimes playing the same ones over and over again could be boring. So so yeah, I get that, and I understand it. So that's just how greedy I feel right now. So anything that comes out, I'm always out to get it. So if it ain't at a high price. But anyway, that's all I have to say. This, hope you guys enjoyed this video. So y'all know what to do. Leave y'all's comments and thoughts down below and click that like button. This your boy Garrett Spencer. You guys take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace and I'm out. And remember, y'all, once a gamer, always a gamer. Keep on gaming, y'all.